thought I would forget, but I remember. The snow of the winter, the rain of the spring, the sun of the summer. But always in the fall, I miss you. In the fall, I miss my dad. So visit me before the snow falls all the fall away. I will wait for you until everything is white. Also, I'm getting taller. People talk like I will be tall like you. Love, your girl, Addie. Mr. Stone.
All I did was ask her to help me bring her ma to the bathroom. What's the big deal, right?
It's Mr.
No, that's
Stone.
when her daughter went in on me. I don't pay $7,000 a month for my mother to live here to do things like this. Thank you. Please.
Hey,
What?
Mr. Stone is gone.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll reach out to any family.
He has family.
All right, then. Sorry about that. No, it's nothing. Right.
Jones.
Hey,
What are you still here for?
so his family's here?
No,
Yeah, they're on the way. I'll wait.
they're still in New York. They don't want to be involved.
So they know?
This family you're imagining he imagined it too. He got so good at it, he even fell for it himself.
You can't expect me to believe that these children are imaginary. Then who are they? Where did they come from?
Stone only knew his family by mail. Poor guy went through a painful divorce, cost him everything. You remember your pen pals when you were young? Neither do I.
Children, that has to be easier than old people.
Why do you say that?
I lost a patient today who imagined he had kids. I mean, he had them, but he'd never even met them.
Yeah, I mean, people can be crazy. Not sure that's limited to old people.
Quod justum non quod utile. Is that Latin?
Did you put that thing down? Its rightful owner is dead.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The family doesn't care, so we don't.
Thank you.
You studied Latin. What does it mean?
Do what is right, not what is easy.
Morning. Though I shudder to think about the minutes of sleep you had last night.
Where am I now?
Cardiology ward. You will now complete your hours in the transplant unit overseen by me.
What is this?
Don't act so overjoyed, Jones.
I'm really disappointed.
You care more about the patients than any student I've ever had. And trust me, it's to a fault. From now on, you will look after someone who has a chance in the land of the living. maybe give them the recovery you want so badly for someone.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're winning lottery ticket. Follow me. I'll be back. Hey, Lee. Hey. Jones, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Lee Waters. You've officially graduated from hospice.
So we're setting you up on a rotation with the transplant candidates. So the patient care and charting. Now, one older woman in particular, she does best with young men. I think they remind her of
Her son.
Yeah. Yeah, but he actually died in the car accident that put her in here, so you're the next best thing she'll get. And she needs a transplant soon. Chances are good, so you might be the difference for her. Jones, aren't you excited? She's gonna love you. Oh, Mrs. Williams.
Hello.
You startled me.
I'm sorry, dear. I don't do well in hospitals. May I sit?
Please, please. Would you like some water, coffee?
I could do with some water. I've been in the garden all morning.
So, how can I help you? You know, I'm really, really happy to see you here. It's been a while since you visited Chris.
I'm not here to visit him. I'm not going to do that yet. My husband loves stories. And if he's not able to read literature on his own, I would like him to have someone to sit with him and read to him. It would mean the world to me.
Oh, good. Just the person I wanted to see. There have been some changes. Come see me first thing tomorrow. Okay? Chris Williams, status 1B.
Chris Williams, ambassador to Syria?
That's the one.
Attacked in the embassy. What was that, 2 years ago?
Islamic militants fired a rocket at the building. They stormed it, setting it ablaze. They killed his daughter, raped his wife, killed 4 other Americans, too.
They dragged him into the street before help arrived. I remember my father reported it.
Rather fitting he'd need a new heart. His has been through enough.
When was the last time he had a visitor?
It's been a while.
Is she still alive? His wife, I mean. I don't remember.
It brings her too much pain to be here. She lives a few hours away in a suburb, just doesn't visit.
Who does?
You do. I'll be back in a few so we can go over his medications. Oh, by the way, he hasn't spoken a word to anyone since she left.
He's mute?
He's willful. Consider it a bonus challenge.
Right. What's his blood type?
The rarest. That's the first challenge. No one really thinks recovery is possible. Sherry had a feeling you would.
Hi, Mr. Williams. I'm Jones. I'm here to make sure you start feeling better. These aren't really looking too good, are they? I wouldn't want them around anymore. That's better. I also hear you like it pretty dark in here, but I think light is good, so why don't we give a little bit a try? There. A little less depressing. That's a nice picture. That's your wife, isn't it? She's very pretty. What's her name? Alana?
Gentlemen, how you guys doing? You getting along? Thought you would. You have a lot in common. Jones studied abroad.
Hey,
We should go over his medications.
right. Very nice meeting you, Mr. Williams.
Call him Chris. Watch the light. He likes it dark.
Yeah, I was just gonna ease him into it.
And give him a migraine? Please don't.
Sorry that took so long. What happened here? Danger. Mr. Williams, what's going on? Tell me what you're so afraid of. Please talk to me. Why danger?
Danger.
I was just gonna read him a story, but he's sleeping.
You forgot your file.
Thanks.
I'll check on you guys again soon.
Hello.
It's for our class.
You need a drink.
No, I don't. It's cool.
If perfectly ordinary children make me want to drink, you should be an alcoholic.
Have you read a patient whose parents weren't as responsible as they should be? Because I've been wondering if...
Look, we've talked about this, Jones. Less attached, just more detached.
No, but imagine...
Detach.
Haven't you ever felt like a patient under your care deserved better than what he got? Maybe his or her parents were absent or neglectful. Exactly. That's how I feel about this guy. His family has been through so much, they don't want to add something new to the list.
And they don't have to. There's nothing you can do about it.
But if I can't get through to him soon, it's like hospice all over again.
Are we still talking about that ambassador guy?
The former ambassador, yes.
Oh my God. This again. If he's not ready for the transplant, whose fault is that?
Mine.
What?
The US government's for not protecting his post. He didn't get here alone.
You don't believe that.
Well, then it's his family's fault. His daughter was murdered, so it's really his wife's fault for leaving him there to die. He has no support. He doesn't trust me. I can't help him if he doesn't trust me.
It's his fault. He knows the dangers of his post. Plus, he shouldn't get a transplant if he's not ready for it. Look, if he missed his only chance, you did your best. You move on. None of these people are dead.
Well, I wouldn't be doing my best if he loses his only chance.
Jones, I'm sorry for being blunt.
Hey, when's your next break?
Hey. Probably not till 5.
Until 5?
No, I've got a lot of work to do.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. Your flowers are dead, so we got you some new ones. Mr. Williams, you wrote something in my book yesterday. You wrote danger, didn't you? You are not in any danger. Why did you write that? I don't know you that well, but I don't like seeing you depressed like this. It seems like you don't even want a transplant anymore. Is that true? Why did you change your mind? I can't tell anyone you wrote that. We need to convince the selection committee that you're mentally strong enough to undergo a transplant. You have to believe me, or unfortunately, we can't get you a heart. The hearts only go to patients who are stable, so we have to make sure that everyone sees you in that light. You were looking at that picture yesterday when you wrote in my book. Why do you keep looking at her, Chris? Do you feel like you're a burden to your wife? Is that why you're doubting this transplant? You believe your wife is in danger. It's okay. It's okay. Why don't we try some light again? It did you some good yesterday. Light makes people have a good morning and a good day. It's fine. You are not in any danger. You are not in any danger. Not you, not Alana. I'm here. It's okay. It's okay. Chris, stop.
You know what? I think the transplant unit is good for you. At least you start smelling less like dead people.
What about this?
The man, he can't even speak, and already he's leaving cryptic messages. How charming.
He can speak, he just doesn't.
So he sounds like a good listener. Guess you can tell him anything you want in confidence. It's not like it'll go anywhere.
How do I get him to start talking?
Did it ever occur to you that maybe you just shouldn't?
Thanks.
I mean, who is he to you? To be honest, the guy, he sounds like a bit of a wacko. If he was in any danger, he has a private room. Just finish your hours. Get the hell out of there.
What about the picture of his wife?
What about it?
He's trying to warn me that something will happen to her.
Because a picture fell?
He broke it.
Right. You know, maybe you should have listened better about his sensitivity to light.
He stopped shaking when it fell. It was like he did it on purpose.
It sounds like an accident, man. After all, the guy, he's just completely out of it, right? He can't even speak.
He can speak, he just
Doesn't? Hey, look, I'm sorry, bro. I got a jet. I can hear the kids calling me from here.
I'll see you tonight.
See you tomorrow. Stay at Janice.
You told me that.
Get some sleep. Or, you know, hang out with someone who's not dying. Either one. Oh, and don't forget about tomorrow. Be there by 2.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
What's that?
If he were anyone else, he would never be given another chance. The rich and privileged will always live longer than we will, right?
Good morning, Chris. Did you sleep well? Yeah, me neither. You see, my brother thinks since you're not talking, I should tell you everything I'm too afraid to talk about with other people. That way I might get a good night's sleep. The night my dad left, we were supposed to have dinner before his fight. I forgot. I was drunk. So he flew to Syria for a job. He was a journalist. You know, I kept thinking he was on his way back. I had memories of him calling and telling me he was in London, Paris, Frankfurt. Just covering another story. I'll be back next week, Jones. Can't wait for dinner. But he never came back, so I just forgot. You know, stopped pretending. You have a lot on your mind. And I think you would feel a lot better if you talked to me about it.
Boo. Whoa. Did you see a ghost?
Sort of. My new patient is mute.
Really? How long?
Who's asking?
Oh, we had organic chem lab together. Do you remember?
Lucy Clark.
Oh, so you do have a good memory. Jonesburg.
Oh, you remember me too.
Yeah. It's, on your name tag.
Miriam's family is thrilled about the transplant, and as they should be. I mean, she's made tremendous strides.
They are ready to support her.
Would you bring us to Christopher Williams? He has failed every psychological exam. He is not speaking to hospital staff. Have you seen any progress?
We haven't seen any change.
No, and his wife paid us a disturbing visit.
I have a patient I would really like to get into 16. He has a remarkable spirit, like Miriam's. His family is behind him 100%. Mr. Williams has been here for nearly a year with no growth.
He actually has worsened.
Well, I'm sorry. That is not your decision.
Who's with my patient?
A psychiatrist.
This is routine.
It's an evaluation.
Am I running out of time?
Not time. No, Jones, this is his decision.
He said he doesn't want a transplant.
We knew this would be a challenge. I'm sorry, Jones. I mean, he's still not talking. Maybe he changed his mind about wanting this. We wanted you to get through to him,
So
but
you're moving him home?
if he doesn't want the transplant anymore, we need to find out why, okay? And if he has changed his mind, then yes. Well, seem to go.
When did you first learn that your husband needs a new heart?
You have that on your timeline, I'm sure.
I was hoping I could hear it from you.
Where do I begin to answer that question? He's needed one for a while, I suppose, but I think after his stroke in April.
May I ask why you no longer visit? I believe it hurts him very deeply. I believe it's hurting his recovery. The other day, he wouldn't stop shaking until your picture fell over. The picture at his bedside. Now it's broken, he won't even speak.
Chris believes he's still in danger.
I think he believes you are in danger, Mrs. Williams. I don't really know why. I was hoping you could convince him that you're safe, so he starts speaking again, then becomes more rational. Otherwise, he'll never survive a transplant, which is a demanding process to say the least.
It's very hard on me being around him. It's very difficult to be around somebody who's so convinced that they're in danger when I'm trying so hard to feel safe.
He's been like this for a while.
Oh, yes. He thinks he's being watched, followed. He'll never be the same. And I want so very much to be the same. I guess that makes me selfish.
I think if he knew you were all right...
Well, I'm not completely fixed, but I'm not in any danger.
Could you tell him that? If I can't stabilize him soon, the hospital will take him off the transplant list, which means your husband will die before he even has a chance. His blood type is very...
Rare. I know that.
So, could you tell him that you're not in any danger?
It's complicated.
Mrs. Williams, I've been working in hospice for 6 months, so there's a lot I will do to see a patient live. I graduated 4.0 pre-med at an Ivy League school. I assure you, I will succeed with your husband. Complicated works for me. Remember that.
You should go now.
I waited for you. What happened?
Sorry, Miles. I didn't want to go.
You didn't want to go? You were there.
You saw that? Look, I just don't need another reminder right now that Dad is gone.
Right, that's why you drove all the way to the cemetery to meet me.
It doesn't have to make sense to you.
We all have regrets about how he passed. You missing the dinner that night made no difference. Yet you're still thinking about it.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's true. I can tell. That's why you can't just relax, have a drink. That's why you're getting inappropriately close to your patients. Work's just work. You don't have to fixate.
Hey, I'm about to go work all night. I thought we were here to just chill. Can we just chill?
All right, we can chill. Let's chill. I just think it's messed up that you couldn't even get out of the car.
Okay, so you're finally done? I know you think what I'm doing is too risky or too personal or too much or indicative of something about myself, but get this, Miles, I'm really good at what I do. You could really learn a little something from what I'm doing with this guy.
Right, so all that stuff in boxes in your room. That's what makes you so good at what you do.
What are you doing in my room?
Why does it matter?
Don't go in my room again.
You know, what is all that stuff anyway? How much of it would get you fired if it were found? Some of it or all of it?
I wanted to be there today, okay? But I needed to do something, and I'm running out of time.
You're supposed to help that guy get a transplant. And if he doesn't want it, you're supposed to help him die.
I'm not doing that again.
He would have wanted you there today. He didn't hold grudges.
It's over.
He doesn't want the transplant.
How much time do I have? Can I have until the end of the week?
He'll be moved in the morning.
He'll be moved home.
To hospice. Family doesn't want to be involved.
Why hospice?
He's gotten a lot worse. Almost seems like he lost his soul. His appetite is practically non-existent. His liver is failing, a kidney will be next, his gut isn't getting enough blood, his shortness of breath is worsened because he can't get rid of water.
Please, I would like a little more time. Give me until the end of the week.
We had until the end of the week. That was last week.
I need more than just a few weeks to make a difference.
Sometimes that's all we get. He'll be gone tomorrow.
Don't count on it.
Are you feeling all right?
I just found out that my patient isn't gonna make it after all.
I'm sorry. I saw you the other night. How you waited for Mr. Stone's family until morning. Mr. Stone was a good one. I really appreciated that you did that.
Good. That makes one whole person who appreciated it then.
It's that ambassador, right?
He was the ambassador to Syria. That didn't work out for him so well.
So he's still not speaking to anyone?
Not a word.
Well, maybe that's how he feels comfortable. And maybe you can't fix everything. Where is he now?
It's his last night here. They're gonna move him in the morning.
Not until morning?
I was hoping he would stay longer.
Hey, I gotta go. Thanks again for looking after Mr. Stone. Listen, it seems to me like if you want him to last here, you've got one more chance tonight to try. Make it a good one.
Chris, they're moving you first thing in the morning. They say you don't want a transplant. Your wife called. She's not happy about it. She's not ready to visit regularly again, but she definitely expected more from you than this. Work with me, and we might still have a chance. But if you don't trust me, Chris, you will die. So trust me. Talk to me. Just say anything. Say anything.
Anything.
You asshole.
I don't want the transplant.
Do you understand your situation?
Thank you for caring about my life, but that is something we do not share.
Oh, pretend you don't care about your life, which is very poetic, but you will be dead if you don't make the selection committee believe in you. And that is very real. After all of these one-sided conversations we've had, though I'm sure you can handle a transplant, Chris, if you go for it, I'm standing here alone in your corner, hanging on by a thread.
Probably can't handle it.
You can and you will, because it's your only way back to the world outside of this room. Isn't that what you want? Your wife doesn't feel safe with you like this.
She's not safe.
I said she doesn't feel safe. Of course she is.
How would you know? She's not safe. She's better off without me.
You're not a burden to anyone. We want to see you better.
You don't know what I see.
I see your vitals, and they're getting worse. They say your kidneys will fail next, after your liver. You need a new heart, or you will die. Is that what you want?
Maybe.
Don't answer that. What about everything with the picture, the shaking, the light? What the hell were you doing?
I don't like the light.
Well, that's because you're depressed. But you know what I say? I say it's good for you. Why did you write danger in the book? Who is in danger?
Sometimes I want to talk, but I didn't know who you were. I didn't know if they sent you.
That sounds paranoid. I'm just a med student trying to help.
My wife is in danger.
Remember how you were supposed to start convincing people that you're psychologically stable?
My wife is in danger whether you like it or not. Whether or not you're convinced is unimportant.
What do you mean she's in danger?
I heard them say they want to kill her.
You can't expect me to believe that anyone is after her. I hear she lives in a suburb. She sounds fine. I understand what you've been through, but it's time to move on. Your wife would want you to, so you stay on the list, get a heart, and then deal with the consequences of a transplant, which are very serious.
My wife is in danger. They said they would kill her. They will come and kill her. I can't protect her. I'm better off dead.
Chris. Shit. He's talking.
What?
We need to do another evaluation.
Can you give us a minute, please? What did he say?
Well, you're not gonna like what he's saying, but he's totally lucid. It's enough to warrant another evaluation.
Says who? Okay, you're here to learn, not teach. And also, today was the second evaluation with a psychiatrist. Sherry brought you in after the first.
Then we need a third. We need a third evaluation.
I already signed the papers. He's being transferred.
I know, but could you just take a look so you can see what I'm seeing?
It won't make a difference. Can't take my signature back.
You need to let this go.
I don't know why he's doing this, but he can talk just fine.
Like when he told the psychiatrist that he didn't want a transplant anymore.
He told me he changed his mind.
So why is he asleep?
The meds.
He's not going to be on those anymore. He's unfit for a transplant. I wanted Chris to get a heart too, but it's not going to work. Even if this conversation between the two of you actually did happen, it doesn't matter.
What's wrong?
He's gone.
The former ambassador?
Yeah.
Thought they said they were gonna give you more time.
They were until they weren't.
Well, better for you anyway.
How about that drink?
Yeah, sure.
No. I want the rest of it. Shot.
Easy there.
I've been easy there. Shot.
All right, few more.
Whoa, this one's for you. You do your job, You leave it at the office. You come home, have a beer. That's hard work.
Thanks, man.
To you. It's funny, though.
What, you drinking after, what, a year of being sober? It's wild.
No, I actually had him talking today. He was speaking to me. We had a conversation.
Are you sure about that?
Why do people keep asking me that?
Well, you remember when you used to say you were having conversations with Dad after the accident?
Why do you always say it was an accident when it was really a car bomb?
You used to say that he was in your room, talking to you.
He was. I mean, it seemed like he was. It's not uncommon for people dealing with trauma to have those moments.
You ever thought about maybe going back on your medications? Maybe that'll help you detach. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
No, you shouldn't have. Look, I know what I heard today. We had a conversation, it was real. I'm going to bed.
You can't punish those who do not understand their grief. You yourself didn't understand yours. Don't torture yourself, Jones. Don't torture yourself, Jones. Don't torture yourself, Jones. Let yourself off the hook. Let yourself off the hook. Let yourself off the hook. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And it's time for you to let
What the hell, son? He's sleepwalking again.
Come on. Let's go inside. Come on.
It's all right.
Jones, been a while.
Yeah.
You're lucky, these were almost expired.
Lucky.
Have you taken this medication before? Oh, I gave you the in-building discount.
Forgot about that.
It's still too much.
Keep the change.
Hey, he's been waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
Chris is asking to speak with you.
Why is he still here?
They're running behind. They can't move him today.
What about the blinds?
He requested more light.
He did what?
He's a completely different person today. I don't know what's going on or why you two are so attached.
What else did he say?
Nothing, just that he was waiting for you. You better go.
Was she here?
Who? Jones.
No one.
See him watching me. Time to time.
Oh boy. Who do you see?
Floating on the hospital. Spying on me. Telling them what they need to know. He's not here today. But he was here yesterday. He'll be back. I'll be waiting.
That's good. Let this all out before the psychiatrist gets here, because she'll be asking you about your support system, people you trust, positive stuff.
They're flexing.
Who's they?
He's from Al Jarrah. He looks Middle Eastern. Mid-40s. He's got a thick beard. What? Well, you've seen him, haven't you?
Open.
Water. They're going to be watching you now. See, that's what I wanted to avoid. That's why I wouldn't talk.
This is ridiculous. Just listen to yourself. Chris, I don't believe you're in any danger. But let's say for a second, I did. Hypothetically. What would you want me to do?
I want you to watch over my wife, all right? I want you to watch her, because they're gonna try to kill her first, before me, just like they killed our daughter in front of me. They want to get me back.
You can't say things like that.
I'll stop, okay?
You'll stop if what?
I will pass the evaluation if you watch over her. I'll pay you.
This isn't about an evaluation. You have to commit to the entire process for this to work. That means no more paranoid Chris. You're lucid when you want to be, so I know you have a choice. Will you talk with the psychiatrist about a support system?
If you move in.
Whoa, who said anything about living with her?
It's a proper job. I said I will pay you.
Pass your evaluation.
So you'll do it.
I'll consider it.
No. Do we have a deal?
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh, I took off early, you know.
I think I'm moving out.
What? That seems like a natural progression.
Well, you know how our lives have been full of natural progressions. It's for a job. It's a good job. It's a live-in position.
Did you pick up your medication?
What's happening?
We don't know yet. Be patient.
What if he's doing what he did to me, playing dumb? Should I go in there?
No, Jones. Why don't you have a seat? Thank you. Thank you for seeing our patient again, Chris's caregiver, and we really appreciate your hard work.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Sure. Well, I would like to see Chris fulfill his original intent of completing the transplant. He's shown true signs of authentic psychological improvement. So I see no reason for myself to stand in his path. I would like to give him another chance at a transplant.
We share that opinion.
Yes, thank you very much.
Did mention something else. He said he couldn't complete the transplant without Jones. So we need to make sure Jones stays at his post for a bit longer than medical students usually do. He said that he wanted to make sure Jones completes whatever it is that Jones said he would do. When I asked him to elaborate, he refused to answer. He said Jones already knew. Do you know what he's talking about?
This can't be a good idea.
This is the perfect job. I get the hours I need to go back to med school while caring for someone who has a chance.
When you get sick of old people, just Promise me you'll call.
They're not that old. What's your problem with old people?
When you get sick of it, you know what to do.
Yeah, I'll call, okay?
No staying in on weekends. Don't play bingo. No Scrabble. She's gonna want to play bridge. They always do. They say it's good for the memory. Don't play bridge. Golf is okay.
Golf is okay.
You can play golf.
I'm allowed to play golf. Got it.
Little going away present.
I love you, man.
You too.
Mrs. Williams, it's Jones. Mrs. Williams, I'm here. Mrs. Williams? Mrs. Williams, I'm here. Hello? Whoa, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Oh, it's not your fault I startle easily. It's always been that way. Please, just leave it. I'll get it later.
You were gardening?
Yeah, trying to get him in the ground before the rain comes in.
The front yard looks perfect.
Oh, I hope it's not too obvious that I've been making up for lost time. Gardening is just something I haven't had time for.
Well, if you ever need an extra pair of hands, I'm willing.
You've done so much for us already. I never would have asked you to do this. My husband always expects so much from people.
It's all right.
Well, he never would have given up until you said yes. It's just the way he is.
A lot like my dad, actually.
Oh, does he live around here?
I live with my brother.
Well, that must make your parents happy.
We never knew our mother. She left when we were very young, and well, my dad died 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we'll have to get to know each other better. Why don't I show you your room? There's a very nice view. I thought you'd want your privacy. You're doing us such a favor. Chris said to give you a lot of light, so I thought this would be nice.
This is excellent. Thanks.
Your bathroom is down the hall. I'll show you. In here.
Perfect.
Good.
What's in there?
Oh, we don't use that room.
Why? What is it?
Well, it's practically a storage room. We have our daughter's belongings in there. We never did want to get rid of them, so we put them in there.
Of course.
It's okay. Your towels are in your room. I left vitamins for you. This is a healthy house. You have to take either your vitamins or the vitamins I leave you. See you downstairs.
Hi.
I had told Alana I would be here at 4 o'clock with her documents. You are...
I'm Jones. I'm caring for her husband, Chris, over at Grace.
Oh, terrific. Well, it's nice to meet you, Jones.
You too.
Is she here?
I had thought so, but I called her. She must have gone out. Would you like to wait?
No. I was just hoping to get some FaceTime with her since she hasn't been to my new office.
Oh.
Could you just make sure that she gets these?
Of course.
All right, well, it was nice to meet you, Jones. Just tell her I'll try her on her cell later. Something for you?
Someone named Carrie was here to give you this.
Oh, Carrie.
She said she would try you later.
Good. Thanks. Call Alana.
Please leave a message.
Hi, Alana. Let's try this again. I don't know how you do it living in a dead zone. Anyway, I am so sorry that I missed you. Did you forget I was coming by today? I left the documents with your husband's caregiver, I think. If you could just confirm receipt. And also, don't forget, I need Chris's signature in addition to yours as discussed. All right, have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Would you like a glass of red wine? It's good for your heart.
I have water.
Are you sober?
Why do you say that?
I've become very good at reading people.
I stopped drinking when my father passed away. There were other ways I had to deal with it.
That sounds wise.
A toast to good health.
Good health.
The beauty of February was lost on me that day, riding in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. I had done that before, but never in the month of February, which I usually spent with my wife at the apple orchards near our vacation home. I had been diagnosed 2 years earlier with a cardiomyopathy, a disease of the heart muscle. After my diagnosis, I spent 3 weeks in a hospital bed. My doctor would then tell me my only option was to enter a heart transplant program. But that Valentine's Day would hold my greatest news since my diagnosis.
Did you tell my wife that I love her?
She knows. Chris, have you spoken with your financial advisor?
No, why?
No reason. I've just been staying around the house.
Yeah, so?
She's good looking.
Yeah.
The pieces began fitting together, and slowly I came face to face. We waited for you.
Excuse me?
You missed your visit.
Oh. I really wasn't feeling up to it.
It doesn't matter if you're not feeling up to it. He needs a support system. You said you would be that for him, so I took this job.
I'm sorry if there was some confusion.
You have no intention of being there for your husband. So what am I doing here?
When you've been through something like we have, it really takes time. Please take that to the garbage bin.
This isn't the number we talked about.
I thought you deserved a little extra until I'm feeling more amenable to lending a hand with my husband.
I'm not comfortable with that. The situation is strange enough. Why are you throwing money at me?
All right, then I'll adjust next week. Consider it an advance, is all.
Thank you.
Won't you endorse it, Jones?
Why?
Well, so I can be assured that you'll take it this time. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Now I feel embarrassed. Please endorse it. Please.
I think she might actually be waiting.
For him to get higher on the list?
Waiting for him to die.
Bro, just because she doesn't like the squirrels in her garden doesn't mean she has it out for her husband.
He's for money.
Thank you.
Texas oil and gas money. Big, unbelievably big money.
Have you been drinking?
Not as much as you on an average Tuesday.
All right, look, what are you getting at?
All these problems he's had, they're not afforded by a government employee. So I did a little digging. They are worth so much money, you would not believe. Well, he is at least.
More than us with Dad's death insurance?
That money is gone. What do you think made you a pediatrician?
Please, we do fine.
Easy for you to say. My student loan payments come every week. I'm only halfway through.
Well, it looks like you'll be doing just fine now.
That's double the amount we talked about. That means she feels guilty. Like, is this guilt money?
Only if you feel guilty about it.
I would rather she visit him than overpay me.
It looks like she'd rather overpay the shit out of you by a long shot.
I can't accept this.
Jones, if you don't accept that money, I will kill myself.
That's not funny.
Wait. Jones!
I wish you wouldn't salt the food before you've tasted it.
What does it matter?
Well, it's an insult to the chef, and it's not good for your blood pressure. And while you're living in this house, I have to make sure you're healthy.
Maybe you shouldn't worry about my blood pressure. Maybe you should worry about your husband's. It's terrible.
I will worry about my husband in the way that I like.
Or just not at all. His vitals get worse every day.
You have no idea what I've seen.
I do. My father died. Near you. In Damascus. You had been evacuated. It was a car bomb.
You never told me that.
If I could make a difference now to keep him alive, I would do it, no matter the pain it costs. I'm going to sleep.
You haven't asked to be excused. You haven't even touched the food that I prepared for you. I said you haven't asked to be excused.
Good night.
Don't blame yourself for today, Jones. You did everything you could. Couldn't be prouder of my son.
Jones? What are you doing out here? Were you sleepwalking?
What are you doing up so early?
It's 9 o'clock.
Oh, shit. I have to go to work.
The coyotes came around last night. Will you place these at my husband's bedside, please?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll like these.
Oh, there's nothing like a new morning. Brand new day. Weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning.
Yeah. I gotta go. I'll see you tonight.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, I'm sorry to bother you unannounced.
It's Jones, right? Could you give us a minute, please?
Thanks.
How can I help you? Is everything all right with Mr. Williams?
He's doing much better. Yeah.
That's great to hear. How lucky he is to have someone like you.
I guess I was also hoping he would have family who cared.
Are you referring to Alana?
Do you ever get the feeling that something is wrong between them? That she could be doing more to help him recover, but she won't.
Not necessarily. I'm not sure it's our place to judge a family who survived an embassy attack the way they did.
I guess I was wondering why you were at the house last weekend with power of attorney documents. She hasn't seen him in months. He's becoming the perfect candidate for a transplant. I don't understand why she should be drafting those kind of documents when she's been uninvolved.
Unfortunately, Mr. Jones, I'm not able to discuss that with you.
There's hope. I just wanted you to know that.
That is great to hear. I've been meaning to make it over there.
You should.
Yes. All right, yes, patch her through. Hi, Alana. No, that's all right. I was just sad to miss you. I was just thinking about you and Chris, and I wanted to say thank you for the flowers.
Be careful. Did you play tennis with Chris in Damascus?
Oh, yes. But tennis in Damascus is dangerous.
Isn't everything?
True.
All my rackets are so old.
You can use Chris's racket.
When Dr. Benson left, I called my wife to tell her the news. I had been waiting to share good news with her since the day I set foot in the hospital. My status had improved, and my name was on the waiting list for a heart transplant. That day, I knew everything would change because I had something I hadn't had before. I had hope, and we felt it together. Now she knew that any day the call might come. How I hated getting her hopes up, but what a difference hope made. And I wanted to make sure she would be ready for the waiting game.
Let's get these doors a rest, okay?
What would you like to talk about?
Where am I on the list?
Your status has changed to 1A. It's the highest.
Highest as in Closest to Wellner, farthest away.
It's close.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's the highest priority status.
What makes someone a priority?
There are several factors. How long one has waited, how sick, one's blood type.
I don't know, my blood type is rare.
A little. Are you starting to care about your life?
Where are those pills?
We don't have any idea if the heart will actually work.
This is really good news. He's finally starting to ask about his medications, show a real interest in the process.
It's not good news yet.
So what happened?
A donor with the same blood type just fell off his motorcycle outside of Houston.
Should I notify Alana?
Alana? Who's Alana?
His wife. Mrs. Williams, I mean.
You two are on a first-name basis?
You're gonna want to see this.
Thank you.
It's complicated. I'm trying to get her to be his support system. It's hard for her to look at him without seeing all the pain of the embassy attack.
Yeah, well, you're not a social worker or a psychologist, so no, you should not tell her anything.
I feel like she should be here.
Here's the information on the heart. Should be here tonight. Let's be ready.
We got a heart.
What?
The heart. We got it. It's on its way from Texas. Blood type O, the rarest. I knew this would happen.
What does that mean?
He's being prepped for the transplant. It's happening tonight. You should be there.
Right now?
You should be there as much as you can. If the transplant doesn't go well, this could be your last time together.
I understand.
I gotta go. I gotta head back. You should answer your phone.
Jones, were you driving a lady to the hospital?
We're going to go see him. He'll be surrounded by doctors today. I want you to be ready for that. They'll be moving him to an operating room where the transplant will happen tonight.
I don't know what I'm going to say to him.
It really doesn't matter. You're already saying enough by going inside.
No, I don't think I can do this. I'm sorry.
You can do it.
You sure?
Walk inside with me.
Okay, Jones. What are they doing to him?
It's all right. It's time.
Where are they taking him?
The operating room is just down the hall. Okay?
Is the heart here?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Okay?
Thanks, Jones.
It's a graft failure. The body is rejecting the heart.
The body is rejecting the heart because it's foreign. We can treat that.
No, you don't understand. The heart isn't pumping normally. It's not functioning. It won't ever function.
How is that possible?
I said this might happen.
What do you mean? It was all on paper, the right blood type, everything. It was perfect. I saw it.
He'll be on mechanical circulatory support now.
She won't understand.
It happened.
I need you to come with me.
You're gonna have to tell her. I told you to wait.
What is it? What happened?
The heart is pumping irregularly. He's going on a mechanical device.
No. You cannot tell me this is a false alarm. There's no heart.
It
There's
failed in
no
his
heart.
body. It's called a graft failure. It just wasn't a good
You
match.
told me it was gonna be all right. I can't go through this again. I can't. Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I wish things could have worked out, but he still has a chance. So,
I think it's best I plan for the worst.
yeah.
I used to always plan for the best. But now, I think it's better not to.
Hello?
Come in.
Thank you. How's it going?
These are for you.
Thank you.
I don't think she'll want to see you, sorry. We've had a long night.
Oh?
A heart became available, so they tried, but it failed.
I'm so sorry. Is there still a chance?
There's still a chance, but... Well, I got her to the hospital, and she's really shaken up. I feel responsible. I went too far.
I don't think so.
How is that?
I was thinking about what you said. About something being wrong, about how she reacted.
I don't know anymore. I think I was wrong.
Between you and me, I don't think so. Anyway, it was good to see you, and thank you for these. I'll go see Chris tomorrow. Good night.
Would you like a glass of red wine? It's good for your heart. It's an insult to the chef, and it's not good for your blood pressure, blood pressure, blood pressure, blood pressure.
Miles, it's me. They chose me. This wasn't a mistake. Miles. Miles.
Miles, right? This is the last of your brother's belongings. And for what it's worth, your brother would be really happy to know that he saved a life.
Why do you say that?
You didn't know that your brother was an organ donor?
Well, not really, no.
He had the same blood type as his last patient.
Type O?
Yes. They were the same body type, same size. A perfect match. Again, I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, pardon me. Hello again. I knew he was on medication, but I had no idea it could lead to such a horrible accident.
Doctor, direct a donation form.
You've seen the document he left?
you go.